Well, today, guys, we're going to do a little demonstration on electricity and power lines, and thanks for joining us. I'm Jake Ingram. I'm a journeyman lineman. This is Tad Dara. He's also a journeyman lineman. And Dakota Parsons, he's our apprentice here at Hill County Electric. So electricity wants to take the path of least resistance. So if you're coming across and you see a down power line and you reach up and you grab that power line, that electricity is going to want to flow through you. So if you ever come across the down power line, obviously do not grab that power line. Bad things can happen. We're going to give you a quick demonstration of this little guy here, what it would look like if you grab a power line. Not a good thing if you grab onto a down power line. So in this particular demonstration, where we have a hot dog on the end of our little guy's hand, and what we're trying to show you guys is what electricity does to flesh. Electricity, when it travels through your body, it doesn't travel on the outside. It travels through the middle. So you guys can see there's not a whole lot of damage on the exterior of this hot dog. Did, of course, burn it a little bit. But if we open up the hot dog, so you can see that it tracked through the center, and that's pretty well burnt, whereas the exterior, just a little bit. Just goes to show you that the electricity does really deep damage and travels deeper within the skin rather than on the surface. So let's talk a little bit about, we live in a rural area, a lot of farming going on. So obviously, we always ask people to look up, especially when they're pulling anything that's tall at all. Combines, augers, chisel plows, anything along those lines. If you are driving a tractor and you get something tangled up in a power line, the best thing to do obviously is just stop, just sit there, call for help, do not get out. There is a possibility that the cab of your piece of equipment is energized and the tires have enough resistance that it's not traveling to ground, and so it'll appear that there's nothing going on, but you can get out and touch the ground and the piece of equipment and can get electrocuted through that process. Same with cars. If you're driving a car, you hit a power line tips over, lands on top of it. So it's always best to stay in the piece of equipment or the cab of whatever you're in until help arrives and tell you that it's safe. The only time it's okay to get out is if you're in imminent danger, if the vehicle or the piece of equipment that you're in starts on fire. We're going to show you that the resistance of the tire actually is enough at times to keep the electricity from going to ground. So you can see that there is enough resistance in that tire in certain places to keep it from going to ground. On steel belted radial tires, there is a possibility that there is a good enough connection to ground that it can create an arc and start your vehicle on fire. In this situation, we're simulating that there's a power line laying across this vehicle. The vehicle is started on fire. You have a need to get out of this vehicle because staying inside of it is more hazardous than trying to get away. So Dakota's going to show you how to exit this vehicle. He's going to open the door, he's going to get right to the edge of the vehicle, and he's going to jump as far away from it as he can, keeping his feet together, and then hopping away. And the reason that you hop away is because if there's electricity flowing through the ground and you take a step, the difference in voltage between each foot, there can be less resistance in your body than the ground. So the electricity could travel up your leg and back down your other leg because there's less resistance in the ground. Thanks for sticking with us through the demonstration today. I guess just to recap really quick. Never touch a power line if you come across one. Number 2, always look up. And number 3, if you have anything that comes in contact with a power line, if it's in a vehicle or in a piece of equipment, do not get out of that piece of equipment unless there's an imminent danger that you have to get away from. And then if you do, jump clear of that piece of equipment and then hop away. Thanks for joining us.